Okay, so on apparently my problem set is different from your problem set, but the pattern rule is the same, so it wouldn't really matter if I had put in my own numbers or they showed up. I don't know, but the pattern rule is the same. That y, you okay? That y is twice as much as x. So if my x is a number, I have to do what to get my y? Double it or multiply it by 2. So whatever I do here, it's x times 2 to get my y. So let me, because I had just done it and now it's, I want my lines not so thick. Okay, so just make sure we're there, pen. Okay. I wanted it thin. That was the whole point. Go away now. Okay. So if I put in 0, what is my y?
0.
0 times 2 is not 2.
0.
It's 0. They're not cooperating. So my coordinates are 0, 0. If my x is 2, my y is 4 because 2 times 2 is 4. If I put in 5, my y coordinate is
10.
It's 10. So my coordinates are 5, 10. These don't have to be what you had. If I have to watch you turn around again and make me think that you're talking, we have a problem. So if my x is 9, my y is 18. And so now I'm going to plot line E. So it would be, it would be 0.00, 0.124, 5, I had it in the right spot, 5, 10, 9, 18. Okay, so your line should look something sort of like that. Now remember, it's not a segment, it's a line. So it should have the arrows on it because it's not a segment. Okay, so then, trying to move you. Cooperate, please. Trying to move you. So, if y is half as much as x, when I have my x, what am I going to do to get y? Divide it by 2. So it would be x divided by 2. What is 0 divided by 2?
0. Well, no, never mind. 0.
0. Wouldn't be 1/2. That's 1 divided by 2. That's 0, 0. 6 divided by 2.
3.
3. 10 divided by 2.
5.
It would be good, if you know that I'm having to do things divided by 2, it would be good to have x coordinates that can be divided by 2, would be the point. 20 divided by 2.
10.
So, oh, I didn't put that line. Line E. And then I'm going to do line, let's see, now I've covered it at F. Okay, so I've got 0, 0 again, 6, 3, 10, 5, 20, 10. So that's okay, so where am I? Oh, I didn't do full screen, that's why. So if it says construct each line on the coordinate plane, just did that, compare and contrast these lines. So if I'm comparing them, what would be something that they would have that would be the same? Other than they are straight. I mean, obviously they are straight. Don't tell me they're straight.
They started in the same spot.
Well, mine did, but if yours, well, okay, if you chose 0 as a point, but if you look at mine, you could say they started at 0, but what if yours didn't start at 0? They intersect at 0, because I wouldn't say that they start at 0 because it's not a ray. A ray is a line that kind of starts and goes like that. Is this a ray?
No.
No, it's a line. So they intersect at 0. So that would be something that they have in common. They both kind of meet at that one spot. So they intersect. Now, when you contrast, you're trying to find something that they have different. So comparing is something they have the same. Contrasting is something that they have different. What is something that they have different? Maybe you look at their pattern rule. Yes, ma'am. Okay, one is going up and one is kind of going this way. Why are they doing that? There's a reason why they're doing that.
Because A is only going up 1 row, so Y is
You're looking at the wrong one.
because this E is going up twice as much, but F is going down. It's going fast.
Right, because line E is double X. So it's going to be going this much. F is half. So it's going here. So your Y coordinate is half of X. So it's going like this. So with line E, the Y is 2 times, it's basically 2X. It's 2 times X. On F, the Y is half of X. So that's what they have different, is their Y. Their Y coordinate is different. So their line is going to be going in a different direction. Here, their X's are the same. Their X coordinate was the same every single time, but their Y's were different because of the pattern. Because the Y was double here and it was half here. So that made the line go in a different direction because of the pattern, because of what Y was doing. based on the patterns you see, predict what line G, that's not even on there, whose rule is y is 4 times as much as x would look like. And then they want you to draw it. So first I want you to predict it. What would it look like? What would happen if it's 4 times as much as x? Where would it go? Where, what would it do? Caitlin? Straighter up like this way? Because if F was down here, E was here, why do you think that G would be up here?
Because F was the lowest one and it was half.
So,
And then line E was a little bigger and it was twice as much. And then since it's 45 for E,
so you think G will be here because it's 4 times, because it's double this one. So I'm just writing what you were saying, because if you go back and you watch this, you'll be going, oh yeah, she was doing the same with her arms. Okay, so you're predicting that G will be more like this. So what you need to do now, if you didn't already do it, is we're going to plot what we think it's going to do. So we need to use the same points and see what happens. So it's 4 times. So we got to use, even though some of them I can't really use, I can't use 9. There's nowhere to put it. But 0, 2, I can only use 0, 2, and 5. So if I use 0, what's 0 times 4? 0. 2 times 4? 8. 5 times 4? 20. So my coordinates for line G so I'm at 0, 0 again, 2, 8, 5, 20. So there would be line G. And so was your prediction correct? Yes. Because this one was 2 times as much. This was half of that. This is 4 times as much. Yes, ma'am. Like closer to straight up? I can see that. Okay. I'm not going to touch that thing because my little doodad keeps showing every time I touch it. Okay. So here, just like on mine, he gave you the coordinates and you had to plot it. So y is 2 more than x and y was 5 more than x. So this was the template. That's the big mamma jamma. Oh, you had both? Oh, I only did one. Okay. So this one was the one that had 1, 5, 10, 15, and 0, 5, 10, 15. I didn't realize I had both. Okay, so I only have time to do one. So if y is 2 more than x, so I'm going to take my x and do what with it? Add 2. It's 2 more. Not 2 times, it's 2 more. So it's plus 2. This is y is 5 more than x. What are you gonna do?
Plus 5.
Plus 5. So 1 plus 2.
3.
3. So this one is 1, 3. 5 plus 2. 7. So you have 5, 7. 10 plus 2. 12. So this one is 10, 12. 15 plus 2. 17. So you have 15, 17. So line, does this one have a line name? L. I can't see mine because I cut mine off. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. See, was this the one that you were saying wasn't lining up right, or was that still the number 1 on the front? That was weird. Okay. So 1, 3. 5, 7. 10, 12, 15, 7. That's line L. Okay, so 0 plus 5, 5. 5 plus 5, 10. 10 plus 5, 15. 15 plus 5, 20. So once you figure out how to use the pattern rule, is this really something that's difficult?
No.
Not really. You just have to be really careful in the plotting of the points, making sure you remember to go over, up. That's the thing. So 0, straight up 5. 5. It's hard to do that from an angle. 10. 10. 15. 15. Oh, not up there. 20. You should have 2 parallel lines. Yes, ma'am. If they give you line names, yes. What if I said yes? It's a good habit to get into because there might be people, I'm not doing that right now, because there might be teachers who make that part of your point, especially when you have 2 separate lines and they ask you questions about line L. Don't you need to know which one is which? What if I asked you questions about line M and then you go, wait, which one's line M? Wouldn't you want to know which one's which? So wouldn't it be then you're like, oh, but I can always go up and reference my points. Well, why make more work? Label it. It's done. Oh, that's line M right there. Why would I want to go up and go, okay, which one had 10, 15? Okay. Oh, 10, 15. Oh, this one, when all you had to do was line M and you're done. So why make it harder? You want to work smarter, not harder. So once you're done, go, oh, that's line M. So that if I said line M, blah, 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 ask you a question about it, you go, which one's line M? That one. Instead of later on down the line having to figure out which one was I asking about. Because some of y'all wouldn't figure it out, you would guess. And then guess wrong. And pick the wrong line because you don't want to go up there. If I'm lying, I'm dying. And I'm still standing, I'm not dead. So I didn't lie. A good portion of people will not try to figure out which line I asked about They can guess and hope they guess right.
Question.
Label a line.
Question. Can't I label first?
X-axis and Y-axis. I would make that a habit. Yes. Did I do it? Nope. I forgot. It's a good habit to start because again, you will probably run into some teachers who are very picky about that kind of thing. And it might end up being a part of a test question in here. I can't remember. It's been a year since I've seen the test. So it may be part of label the axis. Label the so, I need to do that. HR 124. So it might be where this labeling the axis, labeling the origin is part of a test question. Labeling the lines, probably not, but it's a good habit to start. So, because your teachers later might require it. And here, this